Honey, I'm home. Where's my dinner? Where's my dinner? Where's my dinner?
George? What happened? Are you all right? What is it? Rain. Real rain? Oh my God. Are you all right?
I came home like I always do. I went in the front door, and I took off my coat, and I put down my briefcase, and I said, honey, I'm home. Only there was no one there. No wife. No lights. No dinner. I went to the oven, I thought maybe she had made me one of those TV dinners. She hadn't. She was gone. I looked and looked and looked. She was gone.
It's going to be fine, George. You're with us now. What are we going to do, Bob? Well, we're safe for now. Thank goodness we're in a bowling alley. But if George here doesn't get his dinner, any one of us could be next. It could be you, Gus. Or you, Roy. Or even you, Ralph. That is real rain out there, gentlemen. This isn't some little virus that will clear up on its own. Something is happening to our town. And I think we can all see where it's coming from. Roy, why don't you show them what you showed me before? Oh. It's okay, Roy. Come on up here. He asked her what she was doing. She said nothing. She was just thinking. My friends, this isn't about George's dinner. It's not about Roy's shirt. It's a question of values. It's a question of whether we want to hold on to those values that made this place great. So, a time has come to make a decision. Are we in this thing alone? Or are we in it together?
Together.
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 Together. Together.
Now, earlier when Bud had been with the young people, it started to rain, and they were afraid of it, but he showed them how fun it was to just be out in the rain, and then the young people all danced around in the rain and had a good time. So this is George, the father's reaction to the rain. I think it's very interesting to see the visual presentation of these worried men. George, when he's left at home alone, is in a lonely, threatening place like Gothic or film noir. In many of the shots in these films, there's lighting from below, common to the horror film. And in the case of Big Bob, it sort of emphasizes his kind of dewlap down here, and it makes him look really jowly. There's a similar lighting on the men's faces in the bowling alley, especially on Big Bob. And then the camera angles up on him to make him seem bigger and more threatening. Made angles down on George to make him seem even more a victim. And there's lots of tableaus here, the empty house and George, the men's faces lined up in agreement with Big Bob. I think that you find two sets of moral contrasts. One are the moral judgments of the men, which stand in opposition to the viewer's moral judgment. So it's interesting, we see the stain of the burn on the shirt, and the wife was just thinking. And both things were bad, the burnt shirt and the wife just thinking. So I'm not showing the climax, the courtroom scene, but it depends on these visual contrasts. In this instance, the gray George has to agree that the Technicolor Betty, his wife, is beautiful just as she is. George's admission and his realization of his emotional commitment is what foils Big Bob's abusive authority. And in fact, I would suggest that if you can, take another look at the whole film. You'll see how artfully is worked out the contrasts between the Technicolor Betty and Mr. Johnson, who turns Technicolor, and the teens, who all turn Technicolor, on the one hand, and the gray townspeople, mostly men, who resist change. The theme or the message of the film is actually created by the spectacle of the film's shift to color. So I'm going to end here, and we'll take any questions that you might have. Well, that's all right. I'm not going to put you on the spot. I'll be very happy to just let you get out of class, okay?